The village, the place that raised me. If you had told 6-year-old me that I would come to fall in love with it, she would have laughed at your craziness. She dreamt of the world, and 20 years later, after getting the world that she thought she wanted, suddenly her eyes were opened. The green village with beautiful, expansive tea farms, tall cypress and pine trees that make sure their presence is known through their refreshing scents. The cloudy village, always playing hospitable auntie to the skies, accepting whatever color they choose to adorn. Clouds that she still believes to be God's garden, with a horizon that's rarely empty. It's enough to convince me to spend my days in its benediction. I really don't like leaving my home, but I had to run a little errand. I just don't like how people are always just, trying to get me to take. And I'm really the kind of person that will see you on the road and will not say hi. Because I just don't like talking to people. People are just... like, I will literally see you and I will just pass you by. And if you tell me, oh my God, why are you not saying hi to me? I'm going to be like, Mom, I didn't see that it's you. I totally saw that it's you, but I'm just not interested in talking to anyone. Aigu, Uripusi. I think I'm now more like a cat. They're comfortable being alone, they mind their business, and they enjoy the finer things in life, like food and the sun. Their productivity is rest, and I find myself inclined to this type of cat life because I have had the great displeasure of nursing a burnout for years. Mama is back with her child. The secret to a good life, the cats. They definitely know all about it. And this great secret is definitely learning to live, spending time by yourself, learning to embrace solitude. There's nothing that I quite detest like chickens, my goodness. The chickens, especially when you live with them for quite some time and they're always making their noises. But the little chicks was just so adorable. I just don't like their little noises. Quick, 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 quick. But at least, since the sun is out today, they get to enjoy a little bit of it. Yesterday, it was raining the whole day. Typical village weather. And with their small, fragile bodies, some of them just keep getting hurt. One of the perks of being a human being is that when you actually get hurt, you can find something to relieve your pain. You can go kdrama style and buy everything in the pharmacy to ensure that you don't leave a little mark on your beautiful face. When you actually live in the village, getting hurt is actually very normal. Each and every time you're being scrapped by something, whether it's a leaf, whether it's a branch. But the remedy in the village is always go for salt. Salt is the best because it's cheap and it kills germs instantly. And this reminds me, when I was in uni, one of my friends got hurt, and because for me, I'm used to when you get hurt, you use salt. And I used salt on their wound. They were mad at me for hours. Actually, it was days because it was so painful. It's painful, but it works. I actually don't quite like my hair. And it doesn't look that bad, but I was... See, that's why I say I don't like chickens. They're always making a lot of noises. But I was expecting it to be a little bit more defined, so I went for a braid out. But it's... wow. But it's not doing what I wanted it to do. The volume is just not there. I must say it's actually very weird for me to be looking at the lens. It's a very weird experience. I am tempted to look... I am tempted to just look at myself directly, but yeah, while I export the video, it's gonna look weird because I'm gonna look like I'm speaking to something else that is not there, and I want to speak to you who's watching this. I don't like chickens at all. And speaking of chickens, today we're eating chicken for dinner. One thing about living with chickens, you actually start making theories about how they deserve to be eaten. I used to be vegan for a while. But again, one thing about coming from an African family, if you happen to go back home, like me, and it happens to be in the village, you just eat whatever it is that you're being given. Because I'm tired of being gaslighted about how I don't know what my body needs. It's okay. I'm gonna eat the chicken, then I'm gonna have a really bad stomach. It's just for a short time. But I feel like the more and more I stay with these chickens, the more I really don't feel sorry for them for being eaten. You should live with chickens, and then you will know what I mean. I really missed eating pawpaw while I was in France, and each and every time I was like, oh my god, I wish I'd really been more grateful of the pawpaw that I had back home. And now I get to enjoy it again. You know, one thing that I never tell you about the fruits that are grown in Europe, they don't taste that good. They don't get the good sun that we enjoy here in the tropical equatorial climate in Kenya. Village life can really get so boring because you have to keep doing the same things and there's nothing interesting that happens. Only things you have to keep you company are animals and the trees, which I do appreciate, but it gets boring at times, and something that I just like doing is watching kdramas. I'm currently watching Hotel de Luna, and I just wasn't prepared for the kind of dreams that I would have while watching this drama. Like literally each and every night I have dreams about me being someone that is in charge of ghosts. I'm literally giving ghosts errands in my dreams. So I've decided I'm not watching it at night because I don't want to have those kinds of dreams anymore. I must say that this drama really surprised me. I'd wanted to watch it for quite some months, but because it's more of a fantasy kind of storyline, I thought that I wouldn't like it because normally I don't like fantasy storylines. But the way it's executed is absolutely fantastic, and I just can't get enough of it. Really like the fashion sense of Jang Man-won. Oh my god. Just like, wow, she's living my kind of life, you know, wearing diamonds, wearing the best of dresses, driving all the expensive cars. Or should I say I'm already living that life? Because if I'm dreaming it, it means that a version of me is somewhere right now living that life. That's why I can even dream of it. I mean, after all, Delulu is the Solulu. My favorite time of day is when the sun says goodbye memorably. What a joy to partake in this colorful serenade. Dinner comes around and I pacify my pangs while learning about the cultural glory of kimchi. As I'm always in K-drama land and I reluctantly keep company to the clouds as they release their day's stresses.